Now, please give it up for the Neville Brothers' special guest, Mitch Hedberg.
Thank you. I'm not one of the Neville brothers. A lot of people saying, special guest Mitch Hedberg. Well, what the fuck does Mitch Hedberg do? I talk. Are you guys excited about this show? I'm very excited. This is a very exciting event for me to be playing in the showroom here at the Tropworld. I could be playing out by the Ferris wheel. I'm glad I'm playing the showroom. I'm from California. I live in Los Angeles. I live with a woman. She's a good friend of mine, very nice, treats me like a king. She gave me a friendship card. It was a lot like a birthday card. And on the front of it, it said, "A friend is one of life's most beautiful gifts." And then inside the card, it had all these great quotes about friendship. It really touched me. It got me thinking maybe I should quit stealing money out of her purse. Yeah. But I couldn't, because her birthday was coming up. So, I was stuck. A lot of people be flashing me the peace sign these days. It's cool to flash the peace sign, but it's even cooler to express peace verbally. Hey, brother, 2. Okay. I repeat, I am not one of the Neville brothers, which might be responsible for some of the lack of response going on at the Tropworld. What's up, man? How's it going? Does everyone feel good, relaxed? I'm very relaxed. Cool. Let's go with some more comedy for a little bit here. Let's see. I got a little sister. Her name is Angie, but you guys don't know her because she's not here. She's kind of rebellious. My mom tells me she's smoking cigarettes, drinking lots of alcohol. So I said, all right. She said, that's not funny, but you should talk to her and settle her down. I said, I don't think I'm the guy for the job. Hey, Angie, I heard you're smoking and drinking. I think you're ready for narcotics. But I got to get serious with her because I'm her brother, I got to tell her some advice. I say, Angie, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to too. Let that be a lesson. I live in a studio apartment, 1 room. When people come over, I like to give them tours. Helps loosen up their neck. I got a window because I'm not doing time. I was home last week. I heard a gunshot outside of my apartment. Then I saw 2 guys run by my front window, so I was going to call the police. But then I got optimistic. I said, hey, maybe it's just a race. If that's the case, there's lots of late-night track and field events by my house. Nocturnal jocks. I like to take pictures. I'm a photographer. My favorite pictures to take are pictures of strangers running away from me or showing expressions of fear. So I mounted my camera on top of my rifle. You can touch me. How you doing? Thank you. What's everyone going on, man? I wrote a script. I'm a script writer. I wrote a script about a guy who buys a hat. I gave it to this guy who reads scripts. He read it and he said he really likes it, but he thinks I need to rewrite it. I said, fuck it, I'll just make a copy. Ain't got time. I used to steal food to survive, like I would steal bread out of bread delivery trucks. Like a bread delivery truck would pull into a restaurant and the driver goes inside, so I got about 2 minutes to go in the back of the truck and grab some bread. But you had to move quick because I think the bread company was catching on. They were trying to capture me by delaying me because the last time I did it, I saw an extension cord going into the truck, hooked up to this very tempting toaster. All right. My fan club is right in this room tonight. That's so weird to see so many people who love... the Neville brothers aren't really here. That's just my stage name. You guys paid $35 to see my ass. It's a good trick. Let's see it. That was funny right there. Hey, I'm playing the big room and I'm playing with the crowd. There we go. I don't steal anymore, though. You know, I buy things now. Like I buy shoes because I got these feet. I need a new pair of shoes. I go to the Foot Locker and browse. This referee comes up to me, you know. He says, "How you doing?" I said, "Not bad." He says, "What are you into?" "Baseball, football, running, soccer, basketball. What's your gig? What can we size you up with?" Nothing really rings a bell, you know. Size me up with something good for sitting on my ass or running from the bread man. Maybe a cross-training slipper. I want to open up a chain of pizza restaurants called Mitch's Pizzeria. Not that I'm good at making pizza. I just think Pizza Hut is cocky and they need to be taken out. They printed up a coupon that said, "Now accepting all competitors' coupons." So if Mitch's Pizzeria was going on, I'd print up a coupon that said, "Unlimited free pizza." Special note, coupon not good at any of the Mitch's Pizza locations. Free pizza oven with purchase of a small Coke. I'm a walker. I walk a lot. I find if I don't walk, I end up in one spot. I walk by a lot of strangers who try to hand me out flyers. You know, when someone tries to hand me out a flyer, it's kind of like they're saying, "Here, you throw this away." I used to live in Minnesota. When I was 18, I was sick of living in Minnesota. So my friend Tim and I, we packed up his Volare and we moved from Minnesota to Florida. Yeah, we wanted to move to Texas, but the front end alignment was bad. You know? Hooked up with a roommate down there. His name was Eddie Carnevale. Eddie was kind of slow on the mental draw, you know. Like I was writing a letter one night. I had a problem. I asked Eddie, I said, "Eddie, do you know how to abbreviate Arkansas?" He said, "I don't know. Just start spelling it, then quit." He was playing music one night. He put a cassette into the cassette deck. I said, "Eddie, man, good choice. Rod Stewart. I like Rod." Eddie said, "No, it's this new group. They sound just like him. They're called Maxell." So I think I got their whole collection. I got a brand new unopened copy of their latest release, High Bias. Eddie said, "Let's play it." So we did. Eddie said, "Turn it up." Damn, my mom and dad are here. You people better laugh hard. I'm just kidding. What's going on? I see a lot of people wear leather jackets. You know, I never owned a leather jacket in my life. One time I walked into a restaurant, I spotted a guy who was wearing a leather jacket. Same time he was eating a hamburger and drinking a glass of milk. I just stared at him. I had to make a comment about his complete cow dependency. He started falling asleep, so I tipped him over. I got a mom and a dad. They're here tonight, of course. And when I was living with my parents, I was really into video games. I was addicted to video games. And my dad was into coin collecting. So it worked out. One time I stole a quarter from him. It was supposedly worth 20 bucks. I went to the arcade. I plugged it in the machine, thinking I would be there all day. I only got one credit. I was pissed. I said, "Dad, I don't care what the book says, but Pac-Man says it's worth a quarter." I like the video games with steering wheels where you drive a car. You avoid obstacles in an imaginary road. Because if I don't have a quarter, I can stand next to a kid playing one of these games. You know, it's my own game. It's called The Passenger. They should make a new game where the player drives a van. Up to 8 of us could stand and watch. You know? Carpool. I go on the road a lot. My friends, they can't come with me. So when I'm on the road, I become a loner by circumstance. People ask me, they say, Mitch, isn't it frustrating not having any friends? I got to think about it. Yeah, sometimes, like when I throw a frisbee. Otherwise, I do radio interviews. I did a radio interview a month ago in Nashville, Tennessee. DJ's first question was, who are you? I had to think, is this a guy really deep? Or did I drive to the wrong station? During the summer, a lot of radio stations use their frequency number to count down the days of summer. Like FM 107 will celebrate the 107 days of summer. AM stations can't do this, you know. We're AM 1610, celebrating the 1610 days of the next 4.5 years. I'm going to sell a lot of t-shirts after the show, I can tell. I'm selling t-shirts. You want to meet me right back there? I'll be back there selling t-shirts. They don't have my name on them, though. They're just Hanes 3-packs. You know, so. I get hungry about 3 times a day, which is perfect. I was hungry a year ago. I was with some people. We went to a restaurant. We ordered a whole bunch of food. Then we ate it. And we started wishing we would have brought some money, you know. We had to leave without paying. The dine and dash, the chew and screw, whatever you call it. You know? We almost got away. Half hour later, the police were at my door, and they knew everything about me because I forgot about the application I filled out. So I quit applying for jobs. I like when you quit a job, though, because when you quit a job, you can reflect upon it years later and laugh. Like hot tar roofing. Yeah. I remember that day. I was in a bar in Wichita, Kansas, hanging out. No one was bothering me because I just did a show. I'm going to be headlining this motherfucker next year. And I ain't inviting none of you all. Mitchie. AC welcomes Mitchie. I was hanging out at the bar, right? A guy bumped into me, which is cool, but he didn't apologize. He said, move. I thought that was rude, so I said, go to hell. I started running. He caught up with me, grabbed me. He had a mustache, a goatee, a pair of earrings, a pair of sunglasses. His hair was in a ponytail, and he was wearing a hat. He said, hey, you got a lot of nerve. I said, hey, you got a lot of cranium accessories. All right. Too bad I can't do that 2-hour show tonight. We gotta. This is cool, though, because I get to introduce the band, and that's going to make it look like I had a great ending. I'm filming it. Hold on now. You don't understand. My mom's here. She's going to feel so sorry for my ass. I love you, Mom. Believe me, I'm funny. This is a good, exciting moment right here, folks. I'm bringing on the band. These gentlemen are the heart and soul of New Orleans. Please welcome A&M recording artists, the Neville Brothers.